Hello? Hello? Hey everyone, I'm Marla. Today I'm gonna make a book review video with the books that I read in this summer. Last video I made was also this kind of, but the different thing about this one is all of those books are written in English. So today I will recommend you 5 books that I really like. So let's start quickly. I don't want a too long video. Very first book is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. I'm pretty sure you probably heard this book from someone on the internet. That's a very famous book, isn't it? Yes! So the story is about the young shepherd boy Santiago and his journey, which is all about finding his treasure and personal legend. During his journey to Egypt, he meets with a few people who helps him to achieve his goals. Those attractors are very well described in this book. If you're gonna read that, you will know what I'm talking about. That's a really excellent book. If you're thinking about going after your dreams, or you always had an idea about something to do, this is a sensational one. You have to read this. I really enjoyed this book. It wasn't too worried at all, and also it has only 167 pages, pretty easy to read. And also, I want to recommend this book to anybody who is entering a brand new chapter in their life. That will be a real encouraging thing to read. Overall, the story was very incredible and inspiring. So I will give 8.5 stars out of 10 to this book. So this is my rating. Now let's move to the second book. Second book is The Wonder by Palacio. I'm sorry, I don't know the pronunciation about the real pronunciation about the author, but what I know about her is that she's from New York, America, and The Wonder is her best novel. And The Wonder has 3 series. First one is that. The second one is 3 Wonder stories. Third one I forgot it, sorry, but the best one is the first one, I think. So let's talk about this book a little bit. Story is about a boy, August Pullman, who has a face defect. He's living with his family, his parents, his sister Via, his dog Daisy. He was homeschooled before, so his parents, they wanted him to experience it in life, so they decided to send him to a middle school. You all may know all of middle schoolers aren't so nice kids. Even it's not an easy thing with a normal child to get used to it, especially for a child who has a rare disease like that. That will be so tough. So if you read that book, you will know what happened next and how he suffered, how he survived it, and how he dealt with them. That will be so interesting to read. Also, what I like about this book is that different kind of views. First, you're gonna read August's side, then his sister Via, then after that his friends Jack, Samuel, Miranda, etc. That thing is make that book more and more entertaining. As you can see, first chapter is started by the August, and the subchapter is started by Ordinary. In this page, he says that he's just a normal child. He's living, he's eating, he's playing, he's sleeping like as other child. He thinks he's an ordinary, even extraordinary, but people don't see him as like that. They're afraid of him. They think he's a monster or something, a bad creature like that. So that book is very interesting. So my point is 8 stars to this book out of 10. Oh, by the way, this is not just a novel. There's a book and also a movie about this book called The Wonder. I also watched movie. Those are pretty good, but of course the book is always better than the movie. Okay, hope you will be read that book. Next one is Tuesdays with Morrie by Mitch Albom. This is the only one book non-fictional. All of the other books are fictional books, but this is a non-fictional. It's based on a true story. Before I start, I want to say this book is a teen like that. It has only 100 or 200 pages. I only read it in one day, but this book gives more than the pages. book follows into Mitch Album, a successful middle-aged man who randomly sees an evening show about his old professor Morrie Schwartz. Then he goes to visit him at his home to check upon him, spend a while. Morrie is diagnosed with the ALS. He has a life less than a year. So they discuss it, and Morrie decided to meet with the Mitch decided to meet with the Morrie for every Tuesday for several weeks. Each Tuesday they're talking about love, friendship, family, the disappointment, how to truly live a meaningful life, that like etc. things. And Mitch is the cold, greedy, bored man, but Morrie is different. He's he's a friendly, warm, old-fashioned man. By the time their conversations, their interviews goes into a deep end, so the Mitch changed to a good side. He's learned with the life. So book is all about that. But this book is brilliant. I really love that book. The excellent thing about this book is it causes you to one day at a time, one moment at a time, like that. So I would give 9 points to this book out of a 10. That's all. Third book, no, it's fourth, yeah. Fourth book is The Catcher in the Rye by j.d.salinger. This book has a bad reputation in the literary world, but it's really is not bad like that. By the way, I was write the blog post about The Catcher in the Rye, so if you want to check that out, go to my medium.com, Ulaankhuu Maral. Book is about a boy, Holden Caulfield. He just kicked out of his third school pansy. He's from a wealthy family, a loving father, caring mother, a Hollywood writer brother, and brilliant, intelligent younger sister. Holden really doesn't like ponies, which is basically means all types of people that annoy him, so he leaves pansy. But after that he can't go home because he don't want to tell his parents to. He just kicked out of his high school, so he goes to New York City. So this book is about his 3-day life in New York City. About the writing, narrative style of the novel is interesting as it uses a second person, references to you, as a reader. It felt like a Holden is speaking to you. It's make it a more personable. This book is banned in some countries for several reasons, words and meanings like that. So I cannot recommend this book to anybody. So my rating to this book is 7 point out of 10. The last book is the fifth book. Last one is Looking for Alaska by John Green. Actually, John Green is not my favorite writer, but this one is pretty good. Yeah. Stories about the high school life. Of course, the writer is John Green, yeah. So it follows into Miles Puchhalter, who transferred to a new school, Pulver Creek, and then he meets with the girl Alaska Young, who is a young, sexy, mischievous, full of life. Then he falls for her. So the book has 2 sections, before and after. Before, Miles Puch has everything. He falls for a girl, he had an ambition, he had a dream, like that. But after, nothing is ever the same. Nothing is ever the same. So I don't want to spoil, you just please read it. If you read, you will know what happened to him and what happened to Alaska Young. In this book, there are a lot of school pranks and adventure things will be happen. Once you read it, this book will be really relaxes your mind, but at the same time it can crush your head. So my rating to this book is 8.5 stars out of 10. Oh, yeah. Okay, and that's all. Hope you guys enjoying my video. Don't forget to subscribe and get notified. If you really like my video, you can share it on your social media you uses. Okay, bye for now. Till the next time.